Good morning. It's Monday, January 9th, 2023, and it's about 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, what's happening with the market? As I mentioned last week, I had got into the market here, got back into the market here with call options going up. Reason for that is I had mentioned that I don't believe this market's ready to go down yet, even though it's pretty strung out pretty far here. So it's ready to make a move. And so it's making a move upside, but I don't think this is going to last very long because we've got a lot of downside to go. We're still in a bear market. And I took a peek at the news. There's nothing good on the news at all. Everything's really negative. So this market is going up. I mentioned earlier, I'm not saying anything sinister going on, but markets are controlled to a certain extent. Now, those who are in charge control the markets as far as they steer it, and then everybody else kind of just jumps on and follows, and they bring it all the way up, and then it turns around. So, obviously, this is, I hate to use the word manipulated, but it's controlled, and this market's going up. It's going to get to a certain point, it's going to turn around, it's going to have a pretty good crash coming here, which is good for traders like me and you that are informed on how these markets work. Like I said last week, I didn't think this was going to be the downturn that was going to break all the way down. I thought it was going to go out one more time, and it'd be really nice if it had a spike up like this right here, and then I'm going to jump on. And whenever I see something like that, I put a lot of money into it. I might even put 90% of my account. I do have several accounts, so I don't blow my accounts, but I never blow them anyway because these are almost, I would say 99% for sure a good trade. Like these spikes. You can't really miss on that. The only way you can miss is if it goes down, it comes back up, and you don't sell. But again, like I said earlier, this is all about buying and selling. Those people that bought 10 years ago and they're holding on and they're losing money, that's not a way to play. That's not how this game is played. This is not a buy and hold game unless you're somebody like Warren Buffett, where you can afford to lose hundreds of millions of dollars and wait for it to come back. He's playing a different game, but most people can't do that. So this is our game here. This is what we're playing, and this looks like it's getting ready for a really good setup. So I'm not going to buy short yet. I'm going to wait till I get a really good feeling on this and see where we're at before I do that. Okay, so here's the Dow chart. Everybody likes the Dow Jones. Just to give you an idea of where we're at right now. 2020, when the market went from here to here because of the beginning of the pandemic, and it came up here, and it came back down and came up here, and now it's here. So we're still in the bear market, going down. There's nothing that should be holding this market up. Some people think we're back in a bull market because they're seeing all these lines going up. If you look at another chart like NASDAQ, not so much as a Dow. Dow's way up in here. So these markets are not in alignment, and they should be. The NASDAQ's going down way more than the Dow. Dow's way up here, and the ES is down, not as far as the NASDAQ, but it's still pretty far, a lot further than the Dow. And whenever you have this kind of discrepancy and between the three indexes, then And you can even say 4 indexes. There's a Russell right there. Then you know there's something going on, and that's what happened in 2008. I saw that happening. I believe it was the opposite back then. The NASDAQ and the S&P were going up while the Dow had turned around and started going down. So that's a pretty clear sign, at least for me. So you got to remember that these markets are supposed to go down. If they keep going up like that, we're already in the danger zone. And reason for that, if you look at history, all the way down from 1739, you see the markets go up, they come down, they go up, and every once in a while we have these big crashes. It comes up, and pretty good sized crash here, good sized crashes in between, and you got another one here. So what we got? Anywhere from 80 to 100 years, you get these big crashes like that. And this dates back even further than this. But here we are, we're at that 80 to 100 year mark again. And now we're going to look at a pretty good size correction. Now these markets corrected, I'm not sure about this one. This one corrected about 90%. That's what it looks like here too. And usually the big crashes crash 90. 2008, I think it was 50%. So those are considered like smaller crashes in between the big ones. So we're at this super cycle here. And if it crashes down 90%, that's going to take us way down into maybe the 3,000 level, somewhere around there, the Dow Jones. Which is, where is that anyway? I don't know where that's at exactly. I guess it's somewhere around here, right around here. Should take us down to about right here, and we're right about here right now. Dow's there. So we got a long ways to go. And these people that run the show, they know it. Now, they can't really control this. I mean, they know that markets have to correct. The only thing they can control is the time that it does correct. They can postpone it all they want, but eventually it's going to correct. And the more they postpone it, the higher the market goes. The higher market goes, the further down it's going to go. Further down it goes, it's going to cause a lot of problems in the economy. And it's going to wipe out a lot of people. But if you're smart, it's not going to wipe you out, because you know what's going on. I just told you. So again, we're in a bear market, even though it looks like we're not, but we are. And this Dow is going up. I don't know how high it's going to go up, but I'm going to know pretty much when it hits the top, and then I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy a lot of put options, and then this thing is going to come crashing down. Now, I'm not the only one. Like I said, there's 2% of the traders that actually know what's going on, and they're going to be dumping their money. They're buying long right now, and when it turns around, they're going to be dumping their money short, and they're going to make hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe even billions of dollars coming down. So they know what they're doing. This is all on purpose. And the people that kind of follow along and they buy, and all of a sudden it turns around and they're not sure what's going on. Sometimes they even buy more, and it goes down, and they buy more, and all of a sudden it comes down here and it wipes them out. So that's how the game is played. Unfortunately, for most people, that's how it's played. But this market cannot exist without those 90% people losing. Now, it'd be nice to, if it wasn't 90, it can still exist this way if 80% lost and at least 20% made some money. And so it's one of the reasons why I have this YouTube channel, so I can help educate people And it's not easy because most people are pretty stubborn and they're not gonna believe a lot of stuff I say, even though they can see my record from the past that I'm very accurate on calling this market. And I don't have a crystal ball. All I know is I know how these markets work. And they work exactly the same way they've been working 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Nothing's really changed. The only thing that's changed is maybe the percentages and the timelines. But as far as the way the market moves, it's exactly the same thing. Okay, so we're back with the ES again. I'm just waiting. And right now I can't feel anything at all because I don't know how high this is going to go up. And then when it starts turning around and I can feel it, and then I jump in. And I just want to let you know that I only get in when I have a feeling of pretty close to 100% that the market is done and it's ready to turn around. And there's no indicator on this planet that's going to tell you that except for your intuition. It's the only indicator. So that's why I don't know what's happening until I can actually start feeling it, and then it turns around. And you can see from my past trades that I've been pretty accurate on that. And like I said, I don't use any indicators, I don't use different colors, I don't use candles, I don't use any of that. Because all that is a distraction, and it takes away from your intuition, which is actually how people survive. You know, that's our survival tool. And if you know how to work that, and you know how to use it, take advantage of it, you can make some really good money doing this. But if you're going to start getting into all the bells and whistles, then you got about a 50% chance. And then by the time the market turns around, you're in that 90% bracket where people are losing money. Guaranteed. I don't care who's making money right now. If they're following all those different indicators and colors and all the bells and whistles, they're going to lose. So, okay, so that's it for now. We'll see what happens during the week and how this thing turns out, how this thing plays out. I'm sure today, Monday, they're going to keep driving this thing up. They're going to keep getting more people on board to buy. And then eventually it's going to start getting exhausted. It's going to start turning around, and then boom. It'd be really nice if it did kind of turn around a little bit, and then we had one nice spike up, and it came down, just like that. And that's when I buy. Love buying those spikes. So let's see if that plays out like that. All right, talk to you guys tomorrow.